Have you ever met someone who just got back from Malaysia and can't stop talking about it? The way their eyes light up, their tone changes, and suddenly, you feel like you've missed out on something special. That's exactly what happens with many Americans who experience Malaysian culture for the first time. They go expecting palm trees and beaches, but they leave talking about people, traditions, food, and an energy they can't find anywhere else. Let's start with something that surprises almost every American traveler: the warmth. In Malaysia, it's not just about saying hi. It's about being treated like family. When a local says, "Dah makan," which means, "Have you eaten?" they're not just asking about food. They're showing care. For many Americans, that level of sincerity feels rare and refreshing. It's hospitality that doesn't come from a script, it comes from the heart. Now, imagine this. You're walking through a street in Penang. On one side, you smell sizzling satay skewers. On the other, you see Chinese lanterns glowing above an Indian temple. You hear a mosque's call to prayer blending beautifully with temple bells in the distance. For Americans used to clear cultural divisions, this harmony is stunning. It's not just coexistence, it's celebration. Malaysia doesn't just tolerate diversity. It thrives on it. Here's a question for you: how often do you see people from 3 different religions sitting together, laughing, and sharing the same meal? In Malaysia, it's an everyday thing. And speaking of meals, the food. This is where Americans lose their minds. Malaysian food is like a love story between flavors. You've got Chinese noodles, Indian spices, Malay sambal, and even hints of Portuguese influence. You don't just eat in Malaysia, you explore. Ask any American who's been there about nasi lemak or char kway teow, and watch their face light up. They'll say things like, "I've never tasted anything like that in my life." But it's not only about taste, it's about connection. In the US, fast food often means eating alone. In Malaysia, even street food becomes a social event. Locals gather around tiny tables, laughing, sharing plates, and talking for hours. That sense of community, that's something many Americans crave deep down. Let's pause for a second. Have you ever thought about what makes culture so magnetic? It's not just traditions, it's how they make you feel. And Malaysian culture makes people feel alive. Now, let's talk about respect. Americans are often amazed at how naturally polite Malaysians are. It's in the small things: removing shoes before entering a home, saying thank you with a smile, offering food before taking any yourself. There's this graceful balance between modern life and old-world manners. It's something that quietly impresses visitors. Then comes something that hits deeper: unity. In a world full of division, Malaysia quietly shows how differences can create beauty instead of conflict. During Hari Raya, Deepavali, Chinese New Year, or Christmas, Americans see entire neighborhoods light up in celebration together. People exchange sweets, wear traditional clothes, and greet each other with warmth. For someone visiting from a country where holidays often belong to specific groups, this inclusivity feels magical. Now, here's a twist: Americans also fall in love with how Malaysians don't try too hard. The culture isn't overly commercialized or performative. It's authentic. Whether it's a street artist painting a mural in Georgetown or a fisherman sharing stories in Sabah, the vibe is real. Americans sense that, and it sticks with them. And let's not forget Malaysia's mix of languages. English, Malay, Mandarin, Tamil, and even local dialects all dance together. Many Americans are fascinated by how easily Malaysians switch languages mid-sentence, what locals call Manglish. It's fun, expressive, and shows adaptability. That linguistic blend says a lot about the Malaysian mindset: open, flexible, and effortlessly multicultural. Now, imagine this moment: an American tourist sitting at a mamak stall late at night, sipping teh tarik while locals debate football and politics. There's laughter, music, and that unique Malaysian rhythm in the air. Suddenly, the tourist feels something familiar: belonging. Even though they're thousands of miles from home, they feel at home. So, what's the secret ingredient behind why Americans love Malaysian culture? It's authenticity wrapped in kindness. It's the balance of respect and freedom. It's how ancient traditions coexist with cutting-edge cities. Kuala Lumpur's skyline might be futuristic, but its heart still beats with heritage. Here's a quick thought: when culture doesn't demand attention but earns admiration naturally, it stays in people's hearts longer. That's Malaysia. Let's throw in a fun fact. Did you know Malaysia is one of the few places where you can find a mosque, a church, and a temple within a single block? That's not planned for tourists, it's just life there. Americans find that deeply inspiring, especially those who come from cities where communities are often divided by walls instead of bridges. Another reason they love it: the balance between progress and peace. Malaysians move forward with technology and innovation, yet they never lose their cultural soul. You'll see someone using the latest iPhone while still eating banana leaf rice with their hands. And somehow, it works perfectly. Have you noticed something? Every story about Malaysia eventually turns into a smile. It's that invisible connection between people, something warm and grounded. Americans feel that, even when they leave. And here's what they say when they return home: Malaysia isn't just a place, it's a feeling. That's powerful. Because feelings last longer than souvenirs. So, if you've ever wondered why Americans love Malaysian culture, it's simple: Malaysia reminds them of what the world could be: kind, colorful, united, and alive. Before we wrap up, what's one part of Malaysian culture you think everyone should experience first? The food, the festivals, or the people? Drop it in the comments below. And if you've ever felt proud of Malaysia after hearing this, give this video a like so more people around the world can feel the same pride too. Because Malaysia isn't just loved by Americans, it's admired by anyone who believes in beauty through diversity. And that's something truly worth celebrating.